Hello, everybody. In the current affairs this week, for the week ended 4th of February 2024, first and foremost, the Indian stock markets. The Indian stock markets, Nifty 50 and Nifty Mid Cap were up by more than 2%. Nifty Small Cap was up by more than 4%. This week, FIIs were net sellers to the extent of more than 2,000 crores. DIIs were buyers to the extent of more than 10,000 crores. The two sectors which were in the upswing this week were Nifty PSU, which was up by more than 11%, and Nifty Oil and Gas was up by more than 9%. The crude, after an upswing in last couple of weeks, was in the downtrend, and it was down by more than 7%. As far as the US stock markets are concerned, the Nasdaq and S&P 500 both were up by more than 1%. This week, the entire news across the week was dominated by what were the announcements in the interim budget or the vote on account. Normally, all these years, what I have been observing is that the government, which is going for the elections, try to make some announcements which are populist in nature. Even this very government in 2019 made a couple of populist announcements by announcing some reliefs on the income tax side and announcing the PM Kisan Yojana in the budget of 2019. But this year, in this budget, which is before the elections, there were no populist announcements, and all those things which were futuristic in nature, which could please or which we can call as populist in nature, were kept in store for the full budget which would be after the elections. This is a healthy sign for the economy and for a democracy. Furthermore, the budget provided a fiscal deficit of 5.1% against 5.8%, which was the deficit last year. So even there was a path of fiscal prudence, which was something which was laid down in this budget. When it comes to direct and indirect taxes collections, they were on an uptrend, and that is also a pleasant news as far as the government finances are concerned. The disinvestment target of whatever it was in the last budget, a lower target has been set. So the government, it seems like, it is in no hurry to disinvest the public sector undertakings. The strategy of this government as far as public sector disinvestment is that they would like to make the public sector undertakings more and more viable and strong, and they would not like to sell the public sector undertakings and their shareholdings of the government to fund their budgetary deficit. This is a pleasant announcement and a pleasant way of taking care of the national jewels. When it comes to the defense expenditure has not been increased. It is more or less the same what was budgeted, or rather in the revised budget estimates in the last year. But the efficiency of defense spending is something which is more as a focal area. One interesting announcement or one interesting prediction which was made by the Union Commerce Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, was that in next 20-25 years, India is going to be the biggest market for the aviation industry and the aircraft industry. So this speaks of so many things, what is offering or what is in the offing for the Indian economy. Thank you.